What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia. Today I'm bringing to you some of my family's favorite scents. This was a video request from a viewer a while ago and I never got around to it. And as time has been going on, I've been noticing some repeat requests from them or ones that they compliment. So eventually I just said, you know what, we're going to do it. Another request I had was to give you my top scents for each scent category. So as a separate video, I thought I will do that. I haven't gone through and decided yet. But maybe I will do 3 to 5 scents from each scent category and it will be my favorites of all time so far. So the other thing I might do towards the end of August, maybe in another week or so, is maybe go through and give a spring and summer report card of all the scents. Ones that I like, but ones that I think perform well or ones that I think are long lasting now that I'm getting a chance to revisit some of them. All right, so I decided to do Ryan's picks last, and I will do Erica's in the middle and my husband's first. And if you're not aware, I do have another child, Drew, and he has special needs, so he doesn't have the ability to articulate what his favorite scents are. But I always joke that I would say that his favorite scents are my favorite scents. So anyway, let's get started. So my husband is a simple guy. He usually compliments things that he really likes and also says on the occasion ones that he doesn't like. But most of the time he just goes with the flow. So I know from repeat compliments that these are his favorite scents. So first one on my list is Cherry Limeade. This is a retired scent. It's a fruity scent. The notes on this are zesty key lime, sweet cherry, and juicy berry. And it is a very strong scent. The cherry is so vibrant and sweet. If you like scents like Rainbow Sherbet, you would probably like Cherry Limeade. This has a little bit of lime that helps it out, which is really, really nice. So I love this one too. All right, so the next one was an easy pick for the list. This is one that my husband always compliments. It's currently available in the catalog in the citrus category, and he often uses it in Car Bar, which unfortunately we don't have anymore, but it is Blue Grotto. And I don't have a bar of this one, even though it's available, but it's this pretty blue colored wax. It's not a favorite of mine, it's just okay for me, but he really, really loves it. The notes are fresh tropical notes, sweet citrus, and lush botanicals. And it's very pretty. I think it's like that volcano candle, so I think that's what it's called. But yeah, this is super popular with him. And Ryan tends to like this too, and Erica does as well. All right, the next one, every time I warm this, he comments that whatever I have warming, I really like it. And you've probably heard me call it a certain name. It's also called the Sexy Bedroom Scent, so it is Sheer Leather. And this is a retired scent, but I would love to see this one back. And I have 7 cubes left. And this is my last one. So I would put this in the woods category. The notes are bergamot, a subtle hint of leather, and sandalwood. And long ago, I remember describing this as a scent that is feminine with a little bit of an edge or masculine with a little bit of femininity. So it reminds me of the scent that, remember in Greece when they were at the carnival and Olivia Newton-John gets dressed up in the leather and she's still pretty and she's bebopping around? And that's kind of what I think she would smell like. She would smell like leather, but a pretty leather, and that's what I get from this. There's a lot of sandalwood in here. It's very pretty. And there is a person in the apartment building, and every time she sees me, she said, I knew it was you because you always smell like sandalwood. So I feel like sometimes I must smell like this as well. But anyway, I'm okay with that. I do love that scent. All right, the next one is a scent that he recently fell in love with, and he complimented it 3 times. So I knew I was going to put it on the list, and I actually put it in my club for him, which I usually don't do. But this one he really liked, and it's Vanilla Oak from the Father's Day collection that we had this year. This is a retired scent. It's in the Woods family, and it's actually from many, many years ago. It's a simple and classic blend of smooth French vanilla and woody oak. And I would venture to say there's probably patchouli in here as well, because the staying power on this was incredible. It was very long lasting. I only have 1 cube left, but it's very strong too. I will get it in my club. And something like this, even though it's not a scent that I would typically prefer to melt, say if I was going away and I had to put a scent in that was going to last a long time that he would like, I would pick something like this. Or I could put this in the storage room, just 1 cube at a time, and it lasts for many days. So I know a lot of people are surprised when you hear a scent last for many, many days, but this is really one that lasts a long time. All right, the next one was one that brings me back to my early Scentsy days because I ordered a brick. The brick came I was like, I don't know if I really like this. I worked my way through the brick. And at the very last warming, my husband said, I meant to tell you, this scent that you're warming, I love it. And it was bergamot and solar driftwood. And it's this very elegant, pretty blue colored wax. This one came back in the Bring Back My Bar of earlier this year in January. So the notes on this, I would put it in a woods category, but with a citrus twist. It says sun-warmed driftwood, zesty mandarin, and crisp bergamot. And a lot of people say this smells like a fancy hotel, and I would say yes. I think you're right. You're right. It's really nice. It's elegant, but slightly masculine and fresh at the same time. And you get a little bit of that citrus. So I think I have 3 bars of this. I probably should have kept it in my club, but I just have so much wax, so I will warm this sparingly, and you never know. If I run out, I can always try to get more. All right, we have 2 more, and then we're going to go to Erica. But my husband also likes this scent. This was one from before. He also said it smelled like a fancy hotel. And it's a more subdued type of masculine scent. I would put it as a woods spicy scent, and it's business casual. So this one is hard to describe, but when I smell it, it smells like a very good man that I want closer to me. Like he's just a little bit too far away because it's a lighter scent for me. So the notes on this, it says a fusion of exotic cardamom, intriguing caraway, lively pepper, and fragrant woods with a powdery wisp of orange blossom. I don't know if I get the orange blossom. Oh, it is a sexy man that is just a little bit too far away and you want him closer. It's so nice. Yeah, business casual. It's a good one. All right, and last but not least, we have one that's currently available, and this one my husband liked right away, and he is a bit of a citrus fan, and it is Lemon Lime Fizz. This one is back from last year's, I believe, Easter collection. So the notes on this would be in citrus. It says vanilla sugar brings out the joy in fizzing lemon and lime. So I may put this in my club for him. I haven't warmed it yet this season, but I'm probably going to soon. It's just so good. If you like lemon sweet scents with a little underlying lime, then this would be good. So yes, those are my husband's top picks. I will quickly tell you his general dislikes. He doesn't seem to love a lot of peach scents. Peach are very hit or miss for him. If it's that sharp, aggressive peach, he doesn't seem to like it. If it's mixed with a little bit of bakery and gentle, he seems okay. And he doesn't seem to like fresh greenery style scents. One other thing about my husband is he tends to complain about a smell of a scent, just smelling it from the clamshell. And he says, oh, that's terrible. And then when it's warming, he doesn't seem to mind it so much. So just an example of someone that maybe makes a harsh or rash judgment before warming. So always important to warm your scent before you decide if you like them or not. All right, let's move on to Erica. She will be my 20-year-old daughter tomorrow. I can't believe 20 years of motherhood has passed me by. She is my firstborn, and she is picky but perfect. So let's talk about what she likes. She tends to like fruity scents, as you will see from the collection that I picked for her. And she is, out of all the family members, the pickiest. So the first one, this is our favorite scent, no questions about it, and you can probably repeat along with me if you've been watching my channel a lot. It is Wild Black Cherry. This has notes, it says a sweet and juicy black cherry, like an old-fashioned black cherry soda. And this is very strong, and she says it smells like the cherry nibs, you know, chewable cherry nibs, and it does. It smells like that. So it's very strong. You could probably use a little bit less wax of this and still smell it no problem. I have 6 cubes left, and this is my last bar. So tomorrow's her birthday, so I'll be warming this tomorrow, and maybe save the last 3 cubes for another special day for her. So Wild Black Cherry, very, very strong. All right, the next one is also a very strong scent. This is her second favorite scent, no questions asked. You probably know it. It's a fruity scent, and it is Blueberry Rush. So as a sweet surge of ripe blueberry leads a luscious bouquet of lively cranberry, black currant, and pomegranate. So it is a deep, dark, heavy blueberry scent, but it's fairly strong, and in her room it lasts a long time. I would say 2 to 3 days, probably 2 days, then I take it out. But this one I'm all out of. So I will probably pick up Aladdin 3 Wishes, which is along the Blueberry Rush line, but maybe not as intense and not as deep, but it will be a good substitute until I can get some more Blueberry Rush for her. The next one is one that I'm actually warming today. I just wanted to warm this because I do love peach scents, and this is one that she really loves, and it is Southern Sweet Tea. I picked this one up in 2023, so I think that's the last time it was around. This would be in the fruity. It says juicy peach, orange juice, and white tea. And it's not overly strong, but when I warm it in bedrooms, it does very, very well. So you definitely get the peach. It's a soft, gentle peach. It's somewhat similar to Posy Peach. And then you add in the orange juice. And I'm not sure if I get a lot of the white tea or orange juice. It's mostly peach, but a gentle, pretty peach. Very much similar to, people say, peach tea from Snapple. So anyway, I don't know if I've had that ever. But the next one is in the bakery category, but I would classify it as a bakery fresh because there's a mintiness to it. And she does tend to like mints. She likes Silver Bells. She likes Candy Cane Wishes, as do I. And I also love this one too, like mother, like daughter, and it is Peppermint Dreams. So the notes on this, it says a warm rush of chocolate cupcake sweetness cooled by a blast of fresh mint. And there's definitely a fresh mint to this. It's so vibrant when you first smell it, and as the scent warms, you get more of the bakery come out. And to me, it starts off a little bit chocolatey, but it ends up vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla in here, even though it says a chocolate cupcake. There's vanilla. There's vanilla. Anyway, this is so nice. It's strong too. Oh, I love it so much. I actually prefer it on day 2. So that is Peppermint Dreams. I'd love to see that one come back. All right, so the next one is one that I also really, really like. And often when I present to her some choices for scents to warm in her room, if this is in the mix, she always picks this one. Always. And it is Plum and White Woods. And I would describe this as a romantic fruity woods scent. So let me read you the notes. It says, sweet raspberry preserves and damson plum weave through vanilla orchid. So it doesn't mention white woods, but white woods is kind of a velvety, smooth woods fragrance. And oh, in here, this is a very pretty. You definitely get that floral. You get the fruitiness. It's very, very pretty. It's a romantic bedroom style scent for me. And I will say that sometimes this one does turn color over time to like a disgusting army green. But anyway, it's really, really good. And it still smells good. And this is very long lasting at about a medium to medium light. Great for bedrooms. 2 more for Erica. The next one is one that I should have known and I just kind of forgot. And then she pointed it out to me after we took it to New Brunswick. And then I thought about it. And we also used it on the Scentsy cruise because that's what she wanted on the Scentsy cruise. And it's currently available. And I believe it's in the fruity section. It is Pina Colada Cha-Cha. She loves this one. It's a good one. It says, island coconut and zesty pineapple lead. White rum and vanilla bean follow. So this was actually part of the Let's Dance Brick collection in 2018, and that is actually coming back on Monday. But this scent is not in the special 5-bar set collection because it's already available, so they're giving us a new scent. But I've been noticing that the collection is coming back, and I'm very excited because I really enjoyed most of the scents from that collection. I'm excited to try the new one, and I'm excited to try all the other ones again. I've been noticing people going back and watching the old video, so I apologize, it's like 7 years old, but I hope you enjoy. So this one, I was worried in that video that it wasn't going to be strong enough, but this is at least a medium for me, if not a little bit stronger. And it's so authentic to a pina colada. However, it does not have the rum note to my nose that they comment on. So if you're worried about smelling that boozy note, I would say go for it. I don't get the boozy note at all, and hopefully you won't either. And to be honest, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say that they do. All right, last, I decided to put this one in because she's complimented it twice as I've been revisiting it, as I've been, of course, getting to my last bar. She goes and compliments this again. And she doesn't go out of her way to compliment things. She usually complains that she likes something, but she often doesn't say she likes something. But this, she came out of her room and said, Mom, I love what you've got melting for me right now. And it was Kahiko Hula, which, surprise, is also one of my loves. So we do share some common fruity loves. And this one says, say aloha with exotic passion fruit, mango, and papaya. So more of a tropical fruity, and it's just creamy. It smells like you've got all of those scents, but it's in a creamy, like cold base. Not that this smells cold, but I'm just imagining myself on that tropical location and they give you the fruity drink and it's cold and it's so delicious and you want to go back and get 30 more. And you can because it's all inclusive. So that is Kahiko Hula, really, really like. So before I move on to Ryan, I'm going to tell you some of my daughter's dislikes. She really tends to dislike a lot of fall season scents. However, she's usually okay with very gentle, edible cinnamon vanilla or cinnamon sugar, something like a cinnamon donut, those type of comforting, sweet bakery scents. She's okay with cinnamon sugar scents, but not a lot of heavy spice. She tends to be hit or miss with those. The other thing I would say is I remember she really detested butterscotch brittle, as did I. She told me 2 or 3 times that it was disgusting, that we needed to turn it off. And there was a vendor wax that somewhat reminded me of that scent, and she actually turned that one off as well. So she doesn't really like the combination of a mint with a butterscotch, which to me doesn't really go well. So I'm with her on that one. All right, so let's talk about my youngest, and we'll see what Ryan's favorite picks are. All right, so Ryan is my youngest, and you may have seen him on some of the videos, the end of the year videos. Sometimes he does bring back my bar videos with me. And I always joke around that Ryan would be an excellent Scentsy consultant because he loves almost everything, which is funny because most of us, as time goes on, we discover that we have preferences and dislikes, but he actually is really open to many scents. But there are certain ones that really put a smile on his face, so that's what I wanted to show you today. And he actually went through and organized these as from 1st to 7th place, because he wanted you guys to know that. And I will say that he does have some dislikes, so stay tuned and I will tell you what those are. All right, his top scent, surprisingly, is Toffee Butter Crunch. This is a bakery scent. The description says salted caramel glaze, candied walnuts, toffee, and vanilla bean. All ingredients for a delectable sensory confection are here in one sweet, intoxicating fragrance you'll savor all season long. That's a very long scent description. I think Scentsy's starting to go 2 scent notes, so that might be a good thing. But when I warmed this, especially in my old place, I don't think I've warmed it recently because I only have maybe 2 left. When I warmed it in my old place, he was probably like 5 or 6 years old the very first time he smelled it. And he came downstairs and he said, "Mom, are we having French toast?" I said, "No, buddy." He goes, "Whatever it smells so yummy." And I said, "It's actually wax." And he's like, "What?" He was really upset it wasn't French toast. So I do make a lot of French toast for them. But this is just so nice. And he doesn't tend to like nutty type scent or bakery scents a lot. But this one just, whenever he smells it, he smiles and he's in love. So he's got good taste. All right, the next one he said was actually a repeat from my husband. This is the only repeat in all the set. And he loves cherry scents, and it is cherry limeade. And I actually brought out a bunch of cherry scents for him, and I said, because he said, "I love cherry, bring me some cherry." So I gave him a bunch to smell, and he easily picked this one. So again, the notes on this are basically cherry, lime, and juicy berries, I believe. All right, so the next one is 3rd place scent, and I really like this. And Sean Roberry really likes this. And Ryan really likes this. It's a citrus fruity type scent, and it's called Oodles of Orange. It's retired, unfortunately. I would put it in my club in a heartbeat if I could. The notes, it says, "Kids will love this sweet, citrusy scent, punched up by fresh pineapple, crisp papaya, mango blossom, and ripe bunches of tropical berries." And then it says, "Yum." And yeah, it is yum. It's very sweet and tangy. And I can get a little bit longer than most citrus scents from this one. I just love this so much. It's a great orange mixer. It's great on its own. It's great to refresh the air. When you're feeling down and you need a pick-me-up, it's great to use. I just love this one. So hopefully we'll see that one come back. I believe it was last back in 2021. So I'm hoping to see that come back at some point. And I actually had him smell Sunkissed Citrus against Oodles of Orange just in case. And he said, hands down, Oodles of Orange, it's stronger and it's better. So the next one is a current scent in the catalog. And actually, I think the next 3 are current. And this is a red wax, and it's the apple scent of Johnny Appleseed. This is in the fruity category. It says, "Just picked Macintosh pops with apple peels and a hint of crisp pear." If you're someone that doesn't like spice, then this is an excellent apple scent, and in my opinion, a year-round apple scent. It's nice and strong. Maybe only about a day for me in most spots I warm it, but I don't care. I'd say the money on however long this lasts is worth it. It's a really enjoyable, well done apple scent, and I believe it was scent of the month for April of 2018, I think. It was fairly early in my Scentsy journey, and it has a fond memory for me because of that. The next one is a fresh scent, and it is By the Sea. It's in the catalog right now. He always compliments this one, and he says to me, "You haven't warmed this in a while." So I said, "You're right, I'm going to warm this for you soon." It says the scent of ocean, air, wafting through dewy seaside grass. And recently they actually moved this from a year-round scent to a spring and summer. So we're going to see if it stays on that path, but I would say yes, it'll probably come back. It's a nice, strong, fresh scent. You can definitely smell the dewy seaside grass. I feel like you could smell a little bit of driftwood in here as well. So that is By the Sea. And the last one that's currently available, I don't have a bar, but I have a big Mama Jamma brick, and this is available in the Scentsy Club brick section if you want to get a brick like this, and it's Squeeze the Day. Now, shockingly, this is actually going to be retiring the end of this month, but I believe, my hunch is that it will become a spring and summer staple. I'm hoping, because I would hate to see this one go. I would absolutely hate it. Squeeze the Day. So let's read the notes. It's in the citrus category. It says, pucker up, lemon lovers. You've officially found your signature scent in this tart and true fragrance of pure lemons, balanced by a hint of vanilla cream. Now, I believe when this came out, it was probably 2018 or 2019. I cannot remember. Just one second. It's noisy. Oh, there's so much lemon real estate here. It's awesome. Yeah, this is a great one. I love this one. Do I love it more than some of the other lemon scents? I would say possibly. Luscious Lemon was really good for me. But this is really strong. I find this was very strong, and I believe when it came out, it was the top selling scent of the month ever, and I don't know if anything surpassed it, so it'd be interesting to find out from Scentsy if it still is in the top scent of the month ever, but it deserves it. It's a great scent, and I would hate to see this one go. So Squeeze the Day. I love the name. I love the scent. Just a little tiny bit of vanilla. Some people say the lemon comes across cleaner. To me, I don't get much cleaner tendency. There's been the odd time that I get hints of it, but for me, it's mostly like lemon crystal sweetness. All right, and last but not least, his 7th favorite scent is a fruity scent. It's a retired, but came back and bring back my bar probably about a year and a half ago, and it is Strawberry Sweetie. Now, this isn't one that I tend to love because the strawberry is not my kind of strawberry, but that's okay. We all have different tastes. So this is a fruity delight of juicy strawberries sprinkled with sugar. And as I filmed the video, I noticed that they used the word juicy a lot, but there's a little bit of sourness in here. When I say a little, there's quite a bit of sourness to me. It says sprinkled with sugar, but I oftentimes get sour notes in some of Scentsy's fruity scents. The other one I can think of off the top of my head that most people found sweet, I found slightly sour, was Raspberry Lollipop. But anyway, yeah. This one I remember lasting a very long time, especially for fruity. It was outstanding. So Strawberry Sweetie. All right, I will tell you that even though Ryan marks things very high in Tester Tuesday videos and often gives complimentary praise for every scent that he smells, he does have ones that he dislikes. And the easiest one on the list is coffee. He does not like coffee. When I melt coffee, he complains. He says, "What's that smell?" The other ones that he doesn't tend to give very nice praise for is banana nut bread. He calls it banana dirt bread, and well, actually that's coming in the catalog as well, so we won't talk to him about that. And the other one is a former Bring Back My Bar called Perfect Oatmeal. He said that was disgusting, and a lot of people didn't like that one, so I'm not really sure. Maybe there's a few people out there that love that one, but yeah, those are the 3 that he doesn't really like. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like, and that way I will know to do these type of videos on occasion. And if you're new to my channel and you like talking about Scentsy or wax, hit the subscribe, and you can pick and choose which videos to watch. But I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.